Sleepsayer welcomes you, dear listener. As evening's gentle shadows embrace the world, let's take a moment to find perfect comfort. With each passing breath, feel the cares of your day softly melting away like morning dew in the warm sunlight. Allow your body to settle deeply into your resting place. Feel how each point of contact brings you deeper into relaxation, like floating leaves settling onto still waters. Take a slow, calming breath. Notice how your chest rises and falls, like gentle waves upon a peaceful shore. Tonight, Sleepsayer will share an adaptation of the tale of the young master and divine beauty, a treasured story from Vietnam's rich mythological tradition. Let the soft whispers of ancient wisdom carry you to peaceful slumber, as countless generations before have been carried into dreams by this beloved tale. In the time when dragons still swam in the seas and magic dwelled in every mountain valley, there flowed the mighty Red River through the heart of ancient Vietnam. Along its peaceful banks, where gentle waters have flowed for countless generations, our story begins. Feel yourself transported to a time of ancient wisdom and timeless beauty, when the very air sparkled with possibilities. The morning mist rises softly from the river, carrying the sweet scent of lotus flowers. Their pink and white petals open slowly to greet the dawn, releasing their delicate fragrance into the cool morning air. Notice how the air feels cool and refreshing against your skin, like nature's own silk veil. Dewdrops glisten on broad green leaves, each one containing a perfect reflection of the sky above. Water birds glide silently across the river's surface, leaving gentle ripples in their wake. The soft sound of flowing water creates a constant, soothing melody that seems to whisper ancient secrets. In this peaceful kingdom ruled by King Hung, the sixth sovereign of the ancient Viet Lang, lived two souls destined to meet in the most unexpected way. The kingdom itself was a land of gentle beauty, where rice paddies stretched like mirrors toward the horizon, and ancient forests cradled temples in their emerald embrace. Let your breath flow easily as we meet our first friend, the young master, whose name speaks of nobility despite his humble circumstances. Each morning, as the sun's first rays painted the sky in shades of rose and gold, he would make his way to the river's edge. Here, he lived simply, fishing in its nurturing waters with patience and grace. His gentle spirit matched the flowing rhythm of the river itself, and the water birds came to know him as a friend, often perching nearby as he cast his nets. Though he owned little in the way of worldly possessions, the young master was rich in other ways. He knew the songs of 100 different birds and could read the moods of the river like others read books. His heart was as vast as the sky above, and his wisdom ran as deep as the river he called home. Feel yourself becoming part of this peaceful scene as morning light sparkles on the water. Imagine the soft mud of the riverbank beneath bare feet, the cool touch of the water, and the warm caress of the rising sun. In the royal palace high above the river valley, we find the princess known as Divine Beauty, her name reflecting both her celestial grace and immortal spirit. Like the lotus flowers that bloomed in the royal gardens, she possessed both elegance and wisdom. Each morning, she would walk among the flower gardens, her silk robes whispering against stone pathways as butterflies danced in her wake. The princess found joy in the simplest things, the way sunlight filtered through bamboo leaves, the song of wind chimes in a gentle breeze, the dance of dragonflies over still ponds. Despite living in the grandest palace in all the land, she felt most at peace when surrounded by nature's own splendor. Take another calming breath as we continue our journey through this tale of destiny and dreams. The princess, blessed with both beauty and compassion, loved to travel through her father's kingdom. She would journey with her attendants in elegant boats, their carved wooden prows adorned with protective dragons. These vessels glided along the river like autumn leaves on the water, their red and gold sails catching the sunlight like wings of phoenix birds. Notice how your body feels lighter as you imagine floating along with them, rocked by the gentle motion of the river. The sound of soft music would drift across the water, the delicate notes of the awith-graven boo mixing with the natural symphony of bird song and rustling bamboo. Lotus petals scattered on the water's surface would part before the boats like nature's own royal carpet, only to swirl back together in their wake. One peaceful morning, as fate would have it, the princess's boat approached the shore where the young master often fished. The air was sweet with the scent of water lilies, and distant mountains wore caps of silver mist. Our humble fisherman, having only one warm cloth to his name, sought refuge in the sandy river bank, covering himself with sand to preserve his dignity. The warm sand embraced him like a blanket, each grain still holding the previous day's sunshine. Feel the warmth of the sun above, and the soft support beneath you, just as the sand embraced the young master. Let yourself sink deeper into relaxation as our story flows onward like the eternal river. As our story continues, divine beauty chose this very spot to stop and rest. Her attendants raised elegant screens of painted silk around a section of the shore where she might bathe in the river's cool waters. The screens fluttered in the breeze like butterfly wings, their shadows dancing on the surface of the water. The flowing water revealed what destiny had planned, uncovering the young master from his sandy refuge. Yet instead of anger, the princess's heart was moved by compassion and something deeper, a recognition of a soul as gentle as her own. In that moment, time seemed to stand still, like a dewdrop suspended in morning light. Let yourself drift peacefully as we witness how wisdom can bloom from unexpected moments, like lotus flowers rising from the mud to reach toward heaven. Rather than punishment, the princess saw divine arrangement in their meeting. She spoke with kindness, her voice as soft as flower petals falling on still water, learning of the young master's humble life and noble spirit. Notice how your breathing has become slow and peaceful, like the gentle current of the river that brought these two souls together. Against all tradition, but following her heart's wisdom, divine beauty declared that heaven had arranged their meeting. She shared her royal robes with the young master, the silk as soft as clouds against skin, and, to the amazement of all, took him as her husband. The very air seemed to shimmer with joy, like sunlight dancing on water. Feel the warmth of acceptance and love flowing through this moment, as natural as the river flowing to the sea. Together, they traveled the kingdom, teaching and trading, sharing their prosperity with all they met. Their love transformed the land around them, like sunshine turning morning mist into golden light. Wherever they went, flowers seemed to bloom more brightly, and the birds sang sweeter songs. Their happiness was like a gentle rain that nourished everyone it touched. One evening, as they rested by the river where their story began, a magical event occurred. The earth beneath them began to rise, carrying their entire village into the sky. Notice how your body feels light and peaceful as you imagine this gentle ascension. The ground lifted as softly as a feather on the wind, carrying homes and gardens, trees and temples upward into the embrace of the clouds. Their village became a floating kingdom in the clouds, known as the night market, where peace and prosperity reigned eternal. Here, the air was always sweet with the scent of flowers, and gentle lights danced like stars among the streets. Even today, it's said that their story lives in the mists that rise from the rivers of Vietnam, and in the dreams of those who believe in the power of love to transform the world. As Sleep Sayer's tale draws to a close, let the peaceful rhythms of Vietnam's ancient wisdom carry you into your own dreams. Feel the gentle weight of history and magic surrounding you like a soft blanket, woven from moonlight and morning mist. Listen to the eternal flow of the river in your mind, carrying you toward peaceful dreams. Let each breath become slower and deeper, like the steady rhythm of gentle waves upon a distant shore. Sleep Sayer wishes you peaceful rest and pleasant dreams, wrapped in the tender embrace of this ancient tale of love, wisdom, and divine destiny. May your dreams be as sweet as lotus flowers, and your rest as deep as the ancient river itself. Let yourself drift now, like a lotus petal on the sacred waters of the Red River, floating toward deep and peaceful sleep. Each breath carries you further into tranquility, just as the river carries its ancient stories toward the sea.